Hi, it's Tersse back in Oslo once again. So, and you've I just got to have a drink before I continue. So, movie night it is. Well, it's me talking about movies tonight. So I'm going to pour myself another drink. Got to wet my whistle. So, movies, and I talked about Stasis earlier on. You can go and watch that. I put a link in down the bar. Shh, don't tell anybody, right? Just click on it and watch it. Brilliant. You're not going to get any downloaded horrible shit. Just a good movie, right? So now I'm talking about After Dark. Do you know, I've seen After Dark on every free movie download or free movie streaming site that I use over the last, I suppose, fucking 6 months I've been seeing it. 4-6 months I've been seeing it. Cause it's a reasonably new movie. Maybe longer, it could be a year, I can't remember, but I just haven't been wanting to watch it because it was one of these philosophical things. It was like, one of these, a fucking philosophical thing. Some philosophical teacher puts 10 of his students through, but it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like what I thought it was going to be. It actually turned out to be quite a good movie because I found myself with nothing much to watch, and I ended up watching After Dark. Let's see what the real name of it is After Dark 2013, right? 720p Blu-ray Yiffy. That is Y-I-F-Y. I don't know what that means because I'm pretty ignorant on the internet. Y-I-F-Y. I'm sure it means something, but anyway, no. After the Dark 2013 720p Blu-ray. I suppose that's the. It's produced by John Huddles, so I suppose that might mean something to people, but anyway, right, so here we go. This movie in the next, 10 minutes, right? Loved it. I'm not going to get any spoilers because I want you to go and watch it, right? It's a pretty crappy movie when it starts off because it's sort of like a teacher in a fucking classroom with philosophy students. And I'm thinking, who the fuck cares? Who cares about that shit about, well, what do you do if there's a runaway train running the track and there's 5 people tied to the track and it's going to run over them? And you're supposed to care. And why the fuck are they tied to the track? Sure, they're tied to the track because they're bad people and they should be run over. And somebody's put them there to run this train. So maybe they deserve to be there, but you're not supposed to think about that. But here's it's like, no, you're supposed to see this hurtling train running down the track and there's 5 innocent, you don't know they're fucking innocent, they're tied to a fucking track. Who the fuck would tie 5 innocent people to a track and then let a runaway train run at them, right? But you're expected to, think, oh, they're innocent, and here's a switch power thing that I can pull and I can divert the train on another track where it's going to run over one other innocent person. Who's to know if they're innocent? Who's to know whether the 5 people tied on the track are the innocent bystanders of a murder the single person on the single track has been convicted of, and you're left to make the decision, do I kill the fucking innocent observers who've seen him kill them, or do I kill the guy or woman who killed the... But you just left to this, there's 5 people on the track and there's 1 person on the track. Do you divert the train to run over the 1 person? Or you just sit back and wait for the, let's see, 5 people get squished, do you know what I mean? But that's a philosophical fucking question. You don't know who Andy is, and you're just going to let the train either go over 1 person or 5, and you're going to make a personally, I would think, well, if they're all dastardly murdering bastards, why are the whole 6 of them on 1 track and just let the train run over them? But I've not given that choice, right? So I've got to pull a switch to decide, or not pull a switch, to decide whether 1 person dies or 5 people die. to be honest with you, I couldn't give a fuck. I don't know any of them. They don't matter anything to me. I'm not going to care. Now, if that was like, 5 people that you don't know are going to die, and your sister's tied on the single track, even better still, there's a train running down the track, and it's going to run over one person, and that person is your sister. Do you pull the switch so that that train runs over 5 people you don't know, or do you let the train run over the one person you do know? I think that would be a much better fucking philosophical fucking question to ask philosophers in their little philosophy room, you know what I mean? But we don't get to do that because they set up the fucking straw man, you know? And then they say, well, it's not even as bad as that, you know? The one person isn't tied to the track. There's 5 people you don't know tied to the track. And there's one fat person that you know because apparently you're a fucking mathematical and engineering genius. You know that if you push that fat person onto the fucking track in front of that train, it's going to derail that train, which means it doesn't run over the 5 people. You've got to make a decision about whether to push the fat person onto the track rather than just pull a switch and let the train run over someone. As if that makes a difference. You're still killing someone. But you've actually got to physically... Well, by pulling a switch you're physically involved. But apparently, touching the person, smelling them and having the sweat of their body on your hands after you've pushed them is meant to make a emotive fucking difference. So you're going to kill one person to save 5, right? Would you do it, And I think, well... if the 5 people there were Hitler, Putin, Genghis Khan, Pol Pot, and I don't know, think of any Republican you don't like and stick him down there on the track as well. And the person you're going to push in front of that train in order to, derail it is someone like, I don't know, your dad. You know what I mean? So you can push your dad in front of that train, or maybe the fat bloke next door, say. The fat bloke next door who you know and you drink with in the pub every night, he's called Ian, and he's great at fucking pub quizzes, you know what I mean? You're going to shove him in front of the train to save those 5 people, you know what I mean? What would you do? Or let's just face it, maybe it's the Pope, it's, I don't know, Ronald Reagan, right? Obama, and let's see, JFK and Washington. They're all lying on the track, and you have the chance to either let them get run over by a train or push a very, very fat, say, what's that Italian guy? The Italian guy who got hung, no, not even go there, right? It's a fat guy doing the block his shit at fucking, pub quizzes, and you just don't want him in your quiz group anymore. But he always gets in because nobody else turns up except you and your 2 most intelligent mates and the fat guy who knows shit, and he always fucks you up because he always answers wrong. He's there, and you could push him onto the track and say like Obama, Reagan, JFK, some people that you might think, what's your choice going to be? Are you going to let the train run over? Are you going to push that fat cunt who's always getting fucking questions wrong in the pub quiz? You know what I mean? I'm just asking. It's just a one of these what do they call them? Fucking mind game things. You know what I mean? It's a mind game. It's a philosophical mind game, But just face it. Let's say it's Einstein who's had a few more puddings than they should have, and you could push Einstein in front of it. Or let's face it. Maybe there's 5 people there. It's all the people who say Reagan, Obama, JFK, blah blah blah, right? And the person you've got to throw in front of the train to derail the train is a fat Jesus. Right? It's a fat Jesus, or it's a fat Buddha, or it's a fat Allah, depending on what religion. Say you're a Muslim, it's a fat Allah. And you know, what are you going to do? You're going to sacrifice one person who you know is going to go to heaven, or you're going to let the train go past and kill those people who, well, you don't know the state of grace yet, you know. So this is it's a straw man, isn't it? All these psychological, philosophical fucking questions about saving people, it's all fucking straw men, because they're all set up for you not to try and feel anything about anybody and then decide where you're going to kill someone or another, you know what I mean? But people don't kill people because they don't know them. People kill people because they know them, and they know they're bastards, or at least they're bastards to them, you know what I mean? You don't go out and kill the old woman down the road who you've never seen in your fucking life, unless you're crazy, fucktards, and ridiculously, religious, and think, well, she's got a scarf on, she's got to be a Muslim. Well, shoot her, you know what I mean? That's when it gets fucking mad. But all these try to take every emotional fucking tone out of it, and then say, like, who would you do? And then people say, oh, I don't want to kill him. Oh, it's such a test of my work. No, fuck you. If you didn't know any of the 6 people, you would kill one and save 5. We all fucking know that. We all know that's the right fucking thing to do. But when you start to put faces and names on the people who are lying on the track, then it comes down to, would you kill one person if it's a family member to save 5 people you don't really know or care about? Well, obviously you go, fuck that, I'm not pulling that switch. You know what I mean? I'm not pushing them in front of the train. But if 5 people on the track are people you know and respect, or at least, have some understanding of, well, I might not like them, but, they're American. Or, if you're British, you go, I might not like them, but they're British, you're not friend. The fat guy I'm throwing in front of the train's a French guy. Of course I'm pushing them, And about the same Americans. Same, even if it was 5 Obamas lying on the track, and one Saddam Hussein standing there, one fat Saddam Hussein, I think most Americans say, fuck that, I'd push the fat Saddam Hussein in front of the train and save the 5 Obamas, you know what I mean? And anybody who decided against that in America would be un-American. Because Saddam Hussein blew up the fucking towers. Obama didn't. George Bush didn't stop it, but Obama didn't do it. Saddam Hussein did. And even a fat Saddam Hussein deserves to pay for it. This is the craziness of these fucking, psychological crap, fucking, straw man fucking choices you've got to make in life. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. It's all crap, you know what I mean? You can't fucking set a fucking, a test like that for people who are supposed to be fucking thinkers, and then say that's the only choice you've got. Because right away, having that as an only choice means that you're not trying to expand their minds into thinking, well, I can find another way out of this, you know what I mean? I can find a way to save all 6 people. Yeah. I can fucking shine a torch into the sky with a big S on it, and Superman will swoop down and stop that runaway train before it kills MD. I'm just saying, if you're going to be, consistent with this being a mind test, that's how I would fucking solve the problem. I wouldn't call him Batman, because, Batman's not got a very good fucking record in saving people. Couldn't save his fucking parents, could he? Yeah. See? Yeah. Superman, on the other hand, well, he was a baby. Of course he couldn't save his parents. You know what I mean? But Batman was a teenager. I'm sure a teenager could at least have kicked somebody in the nuts, you know what I mean? Didn't try. Sat there greeting in the snow. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wimpy fucking kid. Who the fuck wants a kid like that? You know what I mean? Anyway, so getting back to this thought problem. This movie, it goes through a lot of iterations. There's several times they go into the bunker, because that's what they do. 21 of them, only 10 can go into the bunker. Each student has got to, say, this is my skills, that's why I should be chosen. And it goes through a few iterations, because it's not just the one bunker. They try a few times to see if people can choose better people to have in because it fails, you know what I mean? Which is the brilliantest part of the movie, the failures, you know. Watch the movie, I'll give you a link to it. I think everybody should watch this movie and understand how philosophy is a load of fucking bullshit. It's Randy fucking bad, motherfuckers.